Okay, so we're playing Ana now.
I thought that I should because we have a life lever on our team.
Very high sensitivity.
It's actually very low for controller standard.
It's high to me.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Good. I would rotate though if I were you. Okay, never mind.
And the Tracer looked like she was trying to go for it, so I thought that I should help her out. There I wasn't sure what to do, to be honest. I wasn't sure.
As soon as I hit the sleep here, I think the soldier would have been able to handle the Bastion on his own. Bastion's out of turret form. Bastion's got nothing. Your soldier had Helix. But I think what you should have done, right? You hit this sleep. I think your Life Wheeler and your soldier are going over to him. So if they're both rotating over to this guy, you need to rotate over here. You can just walk over here and shoot
Since
here.
there's nothing threatening me. Since there's nothing threatening me from walking towards
Right,
him.
and you slept the Bastion over here already, so you know that there's no
but
other pressure coming. Usually if you sleep someone, your team's gonna handle it. Dang. I think that was fine.
Isn't it fair if I ask the Life Weaver to go back to Zenyatta?
I'm gonna say in Plaid, it really matters if you're playing heroes you're good at. Honestly, whichever support he feels more comfortable on is who he should be playing. Yeah, so like there, his Life Weaver actually is like better than a Zenyatta because you know he was able to pull her alive. But you definitely could have kept that Zarya up a little bit longer.
Mechanics issue?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
You just were missing like 3 or 4 shots there.
Yeah.
Throwing out your sleeps.
I tried to sleep the Baptiste there, and he was holding a very good spot.
Also, if they're playing up here, you should just play under boat.
Directly under them?
Yeah, if you play right here, they're gonna have to drop to shoot at you, unless they're standing like here. If you're hugging right here though, they're not gonna be able to shoot you. If you play over here, they're gonna have plenty of sight line. Like I can easily see over here, right? I can even be all the way back here and I can see over there.
We actually brought this one back.
Oh.
I think it's because of the nano on the tank. They stayed alive.
Yeah, you could have easily slept that.
I didn't even know he was still there. I didn't even think he would still be there. I just kind of went about my day, and then he jumped on my head. I mean, who would expect a Baptiste to just jump on their head like that? Here I wasn't sure what I could have done. Here it felt like I needed to go into cover because of their head, but then the Tracer went at me.
You could have easily like gotten a good safe cover if you didn't focus too much on that Tracer. But you need to think about like, where am I going to cover? You're spending too much time in this zone right now. This is fine, the route you're taking. The only other thing that you could have done is hug over here more. If I'm far and I'm spamming rockets, right? I'm probably going to be here spamming rockets. Well, if you're hugging this structure, if you're hugging here, then Far is going to have to be
all the way above you.
Just to be here to shoot you. And that's going to be very risky with the Cassidy right here. There's a tree here now. This tree is actually a pretty good tree because this tree is going to actually block cover. So you can actually play here and the Zen's not going to really be able to see you. See, I can even play here and he's barely going to be able to see me.
I could maybe take a shot at him.
Yeah, you probably could. You do have a Tracer on you though, so I would advise against it until your Cassidy deals with the Tracer. But you rotated out a tree here too. So if you just stayed in the tree more, I think you probably would have survived. Just remember, you don't need to grab health packs as a support because of the support passive. As long as you're in a safe area, you're going to heal. This is a really long rotation. Okay, it works out. Just a heads up if you ever get in a really long fight like that. Through here, and then over here is going to be probably one of the fastest rotations. You were like, let's take the longest route possible to see if my team can do it without me.
I think at this point I was just tilting or something. Here I wasn't sure what Zarya was doing because we were already pushing the payload, so I wasn't sure where I could even stand.
Well, you as a support, you don't need to be on cart.
Yeah. And the thing is that I was not sure about where I could stand because the Zarya wasn't moving in, so I couldn't find a very nice corner I could sit, except for maybe that one on the right. That was like the only good corner I could think of.
So you know the payload's coming in around this corner, so you could just
But
stand
the
here.
awkward part is that the Zarya would probably push in slightly in front of the payload, like slightly in front of it. So it would have been a tricky angle to hit. So I wasn't sure here about where I could go.
Yeah, this is probably where you should be the whole time. I mean, you could even poke out this BAP if you wanted to. He's been sitting here for like 3 seconds or so. Could have saved your cast.
Here I tried to go inside, but then it was full, so I backed out again.
You notice you're in this dangerous position. Everything that you could want to do is literally where I'm standing right now. I would say this is probably the best position for where the fight is. I know it's overtime, but you need to remember that the tank's going to be pushing the overtime card. Someone's going to be pushing overtime card. It doesn't have to be you, especially not when you're in Ana. You want to position yourself off the cart so that you're not just getting bombarded with ultimates and whatever spam they're going to do on the cart. Could even throw a nade in front of cart there. Like if I moved over just a smidge, throw a nade there too. And again, this BAP is still here for free money. Like you can still get this BAP.
I have a question. The door behind the Zarya, if I went there before the fight began, since we had like 10 seconds or so of pre-fight.
It's going to be very tough to actually see what's going on with your Zarya.
Would it have been viable? Oh, actually, no. I misjudged. That was terrible. That would have been terrible.
The only other option you could do if you're going to do this play is stand here. But the issue is you have a Zen here, you have a Tracer here. And they're both going to just turn on you, discord you, and you're gonna die.
And then,
because you're gonna have no peel. This is probably the best
that
position.
That position felt very passive.
This position?
I mean, it's kind of passive, but not too passive, since I can still see the BAP.
Yeah, you're safe.
Yeah.
There's a BAP.
Yeah.
If you see the Tracer, you can shoot her. Honestly, you just need to pressure anyone that's not the tank. If you pressure him, it's gonna make him have to throw a harmony on him. So this guy or Tracer is not gonna get Zen's harmony, so they're going to be a lot easier to kill.
Yes, since I noticed that their Zen staying alive is what was carrying them. So I thought that if I try to shut their win condition down or minimize him, that we could maybe win the fight. So I thought he was like the high value target.
He can be, but you don't want to feed your position away just because you want to try and shut someone down. Like it's okay if you do that if you're like Tracer and you're like trading for a Zenyatta or something. That's okay. But you're Ana. You're going to be kind of like the main person that's going to keep your team up. What you want to prioritize more is going to be just a safe position. And if you can shoot the Zen from that safe position, great. If you can't, take the safe position you have and you can pressure other people that are going to be poking at you. Here it gets a little risky because this Zarya does end up seeing you, or could see you if you were like standing here, but same deal. I could throw a nade, and then if I really didn't want the Zarya to like kill me, I can just back up here and run up the stairs.
If I played this corner here, the only person that would help me out would probably be the Cassidy if he stayed alive. You
could have seen this Cassidy too with him getting low.
Yeah, maybe. It feels like the Zarya would have been able to easily wipe me here with the Tracer.
Like I said, if you walked up here though, and the Tracer and Zarya spend their time chasing you while you're running up here, take two people out of the fight and you have your Zarya grabbing them, especially if right before you end up like turning and running. You could throw a nade in here and like get an anti off or something, and then you can run.
Yeah, they'd either chase me or they'd have to go back to their team.
Exactly, and if they went back to your team, you'd follow them back and then you'd just heal your team again.
Or if they chase me, they'd be wasting their time.
Exactly, and then your team pushes card in for free. Where you are is just going to leave you into a vulnerable position because you literally have no escape route.